Just like that, man, it seems like the series is damn near over. It's 2-0. Luka's feeling himself. He's beating his chest. Kyrie's doing what he does, hitting clutch shots, constantly keeping the momentum steady for the Mavs. But is it really over? Is it anything the Timberwolves can do to make this thing a series? Now, I've had this idea since the beginning of the season for the Timberwolves. Try starting Naz Reid. I know he's not the most popular guy because of Cat being there longer and, his tenure there, the respect, the loyalty, I guess, for Cat, even though he hasn't did anything truly to earn that. Try starting Naz Reid. Give him a shot. I've been saying this for a little minute now. I think Naz Reid is honestly better than Cat. So what do you lose in at least trying it, just throwing it out there? We've seen him come into games plenty of times and just completely swing the momentum for the Timberwolves. But we haven't seen it for long stretches because the Timberwolves refuse to actually give him a long enough chance. He's only playing 21 minutes a night at most? Why? He plays great defense. He's the perfect power forward for today's game in this spaced out era with three-point shooting. He's very quick for a 6'9" guy. He can move like a guard out there. He can guard guards and bigs. He's more dynamic offensively than Cat. While Cat may be the better shooter, he just doesn't have it all like Naz Reid, where he can put the ball on the ground and get to the paint almost like a big-ass Kyrie Irving out there. Why not give him a real shot? Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, why not try to bench Rudy Gobert and have Cat and Naz Reid start next to each other? Listen. I understand Rudy is struggling right now, but we got to stop doing this as NBA fans. It seems like we just take pride in shitting on Rudy. The Timberwolves need Rudy. You're not going to find that rim protection anywhere else. If you bench him, you're going to notice a huge change in the Timberwolves defense. I think people forgot just how bad the Timberwolves defense was before they got Rudy. So no, that's not the answer. You don't bench Rudy. I believe Rudy is going to bounce back. I know everybody's shitting on him. I know he's getting targeted right now. He's going to figure it out. I trust in Rudy. You need his rim protection. You need his size. You need his IQ in the pick and roll. You need it. However, you can do without Cat. First of all, Cat is a foul magnet. He constantly reaches in and gets some of the dumbest fouls I've ever seen in my life. Naz Reid plays very good defense, and he has a very high defensive IQ. That's the most important thing. So he doesn't put you in positions that compromise your defense the way Cat does. And it's really coming back to bite them in the ass because you're noticing a lot of players are in foul trouble at the end of the game, and that's going to continue to happen dealing with the Mavs because of Luka and his ability to draw fouls, and the same with Kyrie Irving, the pressure he constantly puts on the defense. Naz Reid can somehow minimize this. He can make it less of a thing. Right now, it's killing them in the late games because you're seeing Anthony Edwards with 5 fouls, Cat with 5 fouls, Rudy with 5 fouls. However, Naz plays defense. He moves his feet very well, and he stays out of the way of dumb fouls. That's something you need. If they had him starting, they probably win these 2 games because it really comes down to late game execution. That's where they're fumbling these games at. At the end, late game execution, bad IQ plays, horrible fouls, and just dumb plays overall. Now, the team I root for is the Warriors, and that's the reason I can say these dumb fouls come back to hunt you. Any Warriors fan, and those in my comments, they can attest to this. Dumb fouls will lose you so many games. Dumb fouls plus a lack of rim protection. You have your rim protection. If you bench Rudy Gobert, you take your rim protection away, and that makes your paint defense very weak. It's something that you just can't do. I've seen teams try to go to this small ball, but it's a different era now. That small ball era is gone. It was here. It was nice while it was here, but you need rim protection. You need Rudy. So you got to keep Rudy. And dumb fouls. Cat is the biggest dumb fouler I've ever seen. He has to be benched. I don't know what other way to say. I know he's playing great. I know he's shooting great. He actually looks better. Cat doesn't look like a cornball to me right now. He's actually playing very good on offense. But his dumb fouls, his constant dumb fouls is killing the Timberwolves defense and is taking away their momentum. He's committing them at such crucial times. And you just can't have that. He's losing them games. It's having a trickle-down effect to all the other players on the team. That's another reason why I say start Naz Reid. He keeps you away from that. Now, Anthony Edwards. We got to get to him. We got to talk about Anthony Edwards. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he has some kind of banged up injury, similar to Luka. He's pretty good at hiding it, but you can clearly see he was pretty gassed. I don't know what's going on. He is 22. He's young. He has a lot to do. He has a lot to grow. However, he has to be better. They're not going to. They have no shot at winning this series if he's going to be shooting 5 for 19, 25, 29% from the field. If he's going to do that, you can wrap this series up right now. Just give the Mavs the Western Conference Finals trophy, because that's unacceptable. You can't play that bad. I expect that from Cat, but not Anthony Edwards. That's ridiculous. Now, what can he do to play better? First of all, he has to trust his pick and roll partner more. He's very hesitant at making the right pass, because he doesn't trust Rudy, and sometimes he doesn't trust Cat. If he makes that pass, it would alleviate some of that pressure off of him and make the defense take their eyes off him. Right now, they're not expecting him to make the pass, so they're just selling out. Do whatever you want. We're going to sell out to you every time, because we know you don't want to make that pass. And that's something he has to work on this offseason. That's something that's got to be coached into him by the Timberwolves coaches and assistant coaches. It has to be coached into him, because that's the next step for him, and that's the next step for this Timberwolves team if they want to be championship contenders consistently in the future. Now, I really don't have much to say, man. If you ask me, I think this series is over, but I thought the Nuggets series was over, and somehow Timberwolves came back and won that after going down 3-2. I think this series is over, though, man. I truly do. I just think it's a combination of their defense not having the collective IQ to minimize the dumb fouls that you can't give Luka and Kyrie, and Ant just being a tad bit too inexperienced and too young to truly get them over the hedge. That's really what it comes down to. And maybe somehow he gains that experience quickly, and he can win them this series and get them to the finals and hopefully do something to verse that juggernaut of a team, the Celtics. But I don't see it. So, yeah, I'm going to say this series goes to 4-2. I think the Timberwolves can get 2 games, but it's going to be where the Mavs took their feet off the gas a little bit. They kind of got a little relaxed, thinking the series over. This team has gave up, and they're going to sneak them out 2 games. But, yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. I think this series is over. I think the Mavs kind of, I hate to say it, but they kind of took their heart. And I don't see Ant bouncing back from this with how gassed and just physically exhausted he looked in those fourth quarters. Both of them, to the point where they had to put a gas mask on his face just to get him some oxygen. So, yeah, man, comment down below, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Next time.